Today I'm joined with Ashleigh, owner of Her Days Café in Kirkby. Ashleigh, I would love for you to introduce yourself and the brand a little further.
Hi, I'm Ashleigh. I own Her Days in Kirkby and Ashfield. We're an acai and matcha cafe. We opened in July last year, so a little under a year. The intention of behind Her Days was for a space to feel welcoming and inviting and like with intention, and a calming place. You don't find many places around our area that you just feel like you have a nice place to go. And like be at one with yourself. So that was my intention around it. And the aestheticness of it was what everyone loves as well. It's a big part of it.
Instagrammable.
Yeah. So that's what we are. And yeah, it's been like a little under a year and it's going really well.
Name Her Days, what does it represent to you and your brand and the meaning behind of it all?
So I've had this idea for a cafe like all of my life. It was either a cafe or a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was working in Dubai with Emirates, and I used to travel the world with them. And I'd go into cafes all the time and be like taking ideas from different cafes and like the story behind it. And I wanted to paint a story in a picture. So I already had the names for my bowls. I didn't want them to be called like, like the Nutella bowl, like the Nutella one or the Biscoff bowl or Biscoff one. I wanted them to have meaning so that Her Days paints a story. So I linked the names of the bowls to the ingredients in them.
Yeah.
And then these were just like ideas I had written down. Nothing had ever come about of me actually setting up the cafe yet. And then when it got to the time where I was like, right, we're going to do it. I wanted the name to represent like my life. And I'm sure a lot of people and women, especially my age, would also look at the names of the bowls, for example, and the meaning behind them and be like, oh, I resonate with that as well.
Yeah.
So I wanted it to be called like Her Era or Our Days, to represent now.
Yeah.
Like what we're feeling and in this world right now. And then I love the name Days. Like something Days. I was like, what can it be? And then all of a sudden it clicked. I was like, Her Days. Her Days. Because I've already got like the meaning behind everything, my life and my past. And it just, that's where it came from.
Before opening Her Days, what were you doing professionally and how did that experience shape the skills or mindset you brought into running your own business today?
So since the age of 14, I've always worked in hospitality. Started off in like our local restaurant. And then through college, university, I worked in hospitality as well. I've had a few different like HR jobs.
Yeah.
I went to Manchester, did HR in a law firm, and then what else have I done? I've done everything. And also along the way, I've always had like these random business ideas where I'd come home to my family and be like, I've got it. I know how I'm going to work for myself. I know what I'm going to do. And they'd be like, oh God, what are you doing now? What next? There's been lots. There's been a McDonald's fast food delivery service.
Before Uber Eats?
Before Just Eat, let me tell you.
You're original.
Lashes. There's been, do you remember I don't know if I can say it, Juice Plus, like where pyramid scheme type thing, them kind of businesses. But I'd be so like in my head, like, oh yeah, this is it. This is how I'm going to work for myself and do amazing. And then anyway, I studied law with business and management at university. So that kind of like, I knew I always wanted to be in business, like the business side of things. And I always had a burning desire I knew I was going to do something for myself. And I worked in Dubai for 4 years working for Emirates. I already mentioned that. And just being out there and, coming across all of the people that you meet, like the different cabin crew and just general people you meet in Dubai, they've all got such a positive, happy mindset. I always say as well, like England don't have much sun and just being out there in general is just amazing for your life and your health. And I think just surrounding yourself with them people would make me be like, oh, I can do what they're doing. Like everyone just speaks so positive and enthusiastically about what they're doing in life. So yeah, I was traveling and just got lots of ideas from everywhere. And then I moved home, worked in HR again. And then I fell pregnant with my daughter, who's now 4. I suffered with postnatal depression as well, which really obviously didn't help the situation. Then I was on my own with my little girl. Her name's Harlow. And I was working 3 jobs just to make ends meet. It was just not a very nice time. And then I was like, I need to do, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to do something. And then I just started just flowing things in my head. Started the run club because I started running for my mental health mostly, because I always say exercise is the best medicine. And I was running, I'd pass people and be like, we could be running together. We could be doing this together. So I set up a run club in my local village. And then I was serving the acai bowls as after social time.
Yeah.
So I think at the first run club, there was 40 of us. And then most of them had the acai bowl to finish up after. And we'd all sit there just having a chat and social time. So that was nice. And then the calf comes soon after that. So yeah, that's how everything that's led me up to this point, basically.
What does a typical Her Days day look like for you?
Waking up, when I've got my little girl, I'll take her to school, get to the calf, set up all the fruit, make the matcha. And then from the moment we open, we're mostly greeting customers straight away, and we just always have to prepare ourselves for a busy day, because it's every day at the moment is very busy. But obviously, it's just been the Easter holidays, and we weren't prepared. I always think, it's not going to be that busy. It's like Easter holidays, everyone will be doing things, and no. Let me tell you, there's a queue every day. So everyone's like, all the girls at work are like, Ashleigh, will you not say that? Because every time you say, we're going to have a steady day today, it's not, and you just jinx it. And then, just, it's never ending. If I'm not working, I'm always, as soon as I get home from work, I'm always on my laptop having to order stock or payroll, bookkeeping. Yeah, that's a day-to-day. There's never a day off, basically.
I had the pleasure of capturing your International Women's Day event just gone, which was very community-based. Can you tell us more about how the Run Club began and what the event meant to you in the Her Days community?
So I obviously touched on the Run Club first, how I started it, and then I knew from opening the cafe I'd want to carry on the Run Club. So we used to do it weekly, and that started to build a community. People would love coming, running, and then we'd sit in the cafe afterwards and just have some social time. And then we stopped it over Christmas, and then we did the one that you was involved in with our matcha.
So good.
With our matcha partners. Yeah, they came along because we recently got a new matcha supplier, and they said from day one, we need to be a part of your Run Club when you start it back up in the new year. So it was on International Women's Day as well. That was on purpose. I wanted to start this year's Run Club off with a bang on that day, because the whole meaning behind everything is just...
And the turnout was amazing.
Yeah,
the amount
it was
of
good,
people.
wasn't it? That was also another point. I was like, because at the end we had all the people coming in for the matcha from the Run Club, and then our regular customers as well. And I was behind the till like, guys, I don't know. My brain is frazzled. Where's everyone coming
I was
from?
trying to take photos with my camera, running, trying to find you.
But it was so good. Everyone loved it. And then we're starting the Run Club again. We've got one next week, and then every fortnight after that on a Sunday morning. So, it's just nice to get together and, like I say, it's building a community.
Do something different.
Yeah.
What has surprised you the most about running your own cafe since opening?
The lovely people you get to meet along the way. A lot of people have become regulars. Some people come in every day or once every few days. I'm like, oh, you're back again. It's amazing. And I've made friends from it, definitely. Because it took off so well and I wasn't prepared for it, it shocked me.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't prepared for the demand and how it takes a toll on my health as well. I always say this to the girls, I find it really unhealthy because I'm waking up in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. and then I'm like, I forgot to do that, and I can't go back to sleep until I've got on my laptop and done it. So do you know, things like that, my brain is constantly frazzled. It's amazing and I love it, but I just wasn't prepared for it. I thought I'd be there working on my own and a few people are popping throughout the day. I'd make them a quick coffee, a quick acai bowl. But then in week 1, I needed like 5 staff and now I have...
That's amazing.
And now I have even more. And everyone always laughing at me like, you thought you was going to do this on your own. Like, I know, I thought I could. And then the cost of running a business.
Yeah.
You know, when people say like, you need to support your small businesses and your local businesses, it's now I know why. Yeah. And now I see why many high street businesses and a lot of like independent businesses are closing down because the overheads are just insane. Like, it's amazing. We're queuing out the door and it's wonderful, but you don't see that side of it. It's everything costs so much money. So yeah, that's all the things that shocked me really.
If you're comfortable sharing, what has been your biggest insecurity on the journey and the process so far?
Self-doubt and comparison. Like, I'm always doubting myself and comparing myself to others, and I need to learn to like trust my vision and my ideas and not worry about everything else and external forces. So that's definitely an insecurity because you've got so many eyes on you like all the time and you just feel I can't rest. I'm a people pleaser. Yeah. I hate people waiting, for one, even though our customers are waiting quite a long time because we're always queuing. And I'm just wondering all the time if I'm doing it right. Like, we're constantly changing processes and like how we do things in the cafe to try and make things flow easier. But yeah, I think it's just not comparing myself to other people or cafes and everything I see on Instagram, and just trust my brain and what's inside of it and what I'm doing and what the end goal is.
How has your mindset changed over the past few years?
I have started to learn that I am proud of what I've achieved and what I'm building, and I'm very passionate about what we're doing, and I hope that comes across in the menu and the space I've created and the Run Club, and just trying to build a community. And I do get people saying to me like, you can really see a lot of thought has gone into this, and that was the intention. So it's nice when people do see that. And again, I think it's just like to not just keep thinking about what everyone else is doing and worrying about what people think. Because I think growing up, especially in your 20s, I was always worrying about what people thought. And now I'm 33 and I'm like, it's like something just flicks in your brain. You know, I don't actually care anymore. I'm doing what I'm doing to build a life for me and my daughter. And if people don't like it or don't want to be on this journey with me or don't understand me or want it, then...
You're one of, if not the biggest matcha cafe in the area, so you're doing something right.
Thank you.
Reflecting on the journey so far, what are the most important lessons you've learned about entrepreneurship, and how have those lessons changed the way you approach your business today?
I think when you're starting something like a business, or you're never going to feel 100% ready, so you just kind of have to go with it and learn along the way. And again, just trust yourself. That's all I can say really. Just trust what you're doing and your own visions. I'm like building Her Days, but I actually feel like Her Days is building me as a person. I talk about Her Days as if it's a person. Like, and when I'm speaking with people and they'll go, Her Days, like it is something. It's do you know what I mean? I know it's me behind it, but I talk about it as though it's somebody else. Consistency. Just be consistent rather than thinking everything has to be perfect, because I am a perfectionist, and the girls will tell you that. Like, I just need to understand that not everything's perfect. You just have to keep going and be consistent in what you're doing, and that's all you can do really.
What do you want your daughter to learn from watching yourself?
Definitely hard work. Everyone always says, oh, like, you're so lucky. And you don't realise what has gone into it to get to this point. Like, I'm working every hour under the sun. Yeah, I'm lucky that it's lifted off the ground the way it has. but it's such hard work. It is such hard work. And hopefully she will be able to see that, like, no one's coming to save you. And that's what I've realised in this life. No one is coming to save you. You have to do what you want to do to get to where you want to be. And that will teach her independence as well. And she comes in the calf, bless her, and she starts cleaning. And all the girls are like, oh my gosh, start them young, bless her. So she'll probably take over Her Days one day when my time's come. But she always says, that's what I want to do. I want to work in the calf, mummy. And not being afraid to fail is a big one. Like when I spoke about all my little different businesses throughout my life, my brain's a bit weird as well. Like I'd start something and I hyperfixate on something. And I'd be like I said to my family, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. I'm so in on it. And then the next day I'll go, oh no, I'm done with that now.
I'm not bothered.
Like my brain's so weird. But this one, I finally
followed through.
I followed through and I found my calling. And I knew I would. Finally.
What's something about running a calf that people don't see behind the scenes?
The long hours, the stress and responsibility of keeping everything afloat, keeping the staff happy. I've built a really good team now. All the girls are amazing. They all work really hard and they're the face of Her Days as well. People come in to see them and without them it wouldn't be what it is. So I'm very grateful and appreciative for everything they do. They help me. There's support when I'm stressed about something. Or I'm like, girls, what? Because I'm constantly changing the way we do things. And again, they laugh at me all the time. They're like, oh, what are we doing now? Like, we're just trying this. And then if it don't work, we'll go back to what we was doing before. Just a constant problem solving as well is a big one. Just make sure there's money in the bank to pay everyone. That's a big one. If there ever comes a day where I'm like, oh, imagine, oh, sorry, that'll never happen. I'll never let it happen. But this is what things my brain always thinks about all the time. This is what I'll wake up in the middle of the night, just doubting everything and being like, oh no, what if? What if?
What is the meaning behind the names of your bowls? As I can see, they're all very unique to one another.
This is a good one. So the first bowl we have is the Greek yogurt one. Did you have a bowl, by the way, when you came?
I think I've had the Greek yogurt one before.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's acai based with the granola, and then we have set toppings.
Yeah.
So the first one is the Her Fave, because I was obsessed with this bowl in Dubai. I'd get one every day. And when I moved home, I was like, I can't get a bowl from anywhere. This is why I also knew this is what I wanted to do. And it was a massive risk setting up in Kirkby because no one's ever tried acai or matcha before. Well, a lot of people haven't. So they come in, they tried it and they love it. So it was bringing something new. So Her Fave was because it was my favourite in Dubai.
Yeah.
Then we've got Let Them, the Nutella one. Do you know what the Let Them theory is?
Just let them.
Yeah, by Mel
whatever.
Robbins. You should listen to her podcast.
Too.
Yeah, she's amazing. So she came up with the Let Them theory. Yeah. It's a mindset tool to stop stress and overthinking and just let people do what they're doing, basically, and don't worry about it. And it just helps you, just be at peace. I try and remember that every day. So when people come in the cafe and they read the names of the bowls, hopefully it's reminding them that let them, and then let me do what I'm doing. And then because that's the Nutella one, it's also let me have Nutella because it's a treat. So, and then there's the Biscoff bowl, which is the climb.
I've had that one as well.
Have you? So we put a dollop of Biscoff on, and then the Biscoff crumb, and then the biscuit on the top, so it creates a mountain. So the climb, a mountain. That came from my favourite song being The Climb by Miley Cyrus. And the wording of it, the lyrics just mean a lot. It just means in life, you're constantly climbing. You think you're getting over a mountain and there's another one on the other side.
Yeah.
So again, it's like the climb of life. You think you've got somewhere and something else will come in your way. So that's what that one means. What else is there? Dubai Dreams, the pistachio one, and it's got chocolate sauce on, and everyone, the Dubai chocolate.
Yeah.
And just to represent my time in Dubai. And then we've got the You Do You, which is build your own toppings. So basically, you do what you want in life. You build your own toppings. You don't have to have one of mine. So random, isn't it? You be creative. So yeah, they were the names of the bowls, and then that's where the name comes from. Then there's the Saturn Returns. That's the peanut butter one and the raspberry jam one. Mm-hmm. That one linked because I just thought peanut butter looked like Saturn. So Saturn Returns is a big part of like what I believe in as well. Do you know?
No, I don't.
So when you hit like 29, 30, Saturn comes into the same placement as it was in the universe when you was born.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to represent like pushing you into the next stage of life. So it does something to you, because I believe in all the astrology stuff. It's like making you realise, is what I'm doing now in life where I actually want to go with it gives you a big wake-up call. And some people say the Saturn Returns is not a very nice time. Mine wasn't. I went through hell at the age of like 30, and I always blame that it was the Saturn Returns pushing me into the next stage of my life. Like friendships, my relationship, everything just felt like it was falling apart. So I've got through that phase now, and I'm into the next phase of my life. So I'll always like talk about my Saturn Returns like it was a thing that happened. And when people are going through a bad time in their 30s, I'm like, it's your Saturn Returns. Read up on it. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Don't worry, it will pass.
So also at your run club, you had Kayo's Matcha involved as well. Do you want to talk a little bit about them and how you're involved within their business as well?
Yeah. So recently, over the past, like at Christmas, I started to look for a new matcha brand. I wanted a matcha that comes from, I want to know where it comes from, basically. Yeah. And then they dropped me a message on the Her Days Instagram. And I was like, yes, I've been looking for someone. They tell a story as well. They literally go to the farm in Japan, see where all the matcha's being made by this small, like, local family. They go on the farms and see. I just love knowing where it's actually come from. Yeah. So that's where our partnership came about. And then the guys behind it are amazing as well. They're obviously they came to the run club to show their support, and they've just been really good to work with. And the customers love the matcha as well. Yeah. So, and I think they love the fact that we know where it comes from.
Yeah. What does the next chapter of Her Days look like for you and the business?
Well, the list is endless. I've started something now and I'm not going to stop. So obviously, you know, we've got the second CAF underway. Excited. And there's a very exciting partnership within that, which I'll announce soon. So it's not just going to be a CAF, it's going to have a different entity under it as well. And yeah, I just want to keep going with it, building the brand. We're doing like merchandise.
Okay.
And I just see us not having 1, 2, 3. I just want to keep going. So
forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, forever and ever.